Are you ready for positivity? Hot takes of positivity. Positive takes so positive they make you feel sick. You're used to seeing me negative. I hate everything. Don't you know that I was created in a lab by Smash JT to call the gaming industry woke? Why he made me British and forced me to live in this shithole, I don't know. But today, we're happy. Let's talk about it positively. First take. Although this year has seen a lot of flops, a lot of AAA flops, those positive. We've also had a pretty incredible year. Expedition 33, one of the best games of all time. The first Berserker of Kazan. Wu-Chang. Doom the Dark Ages. Split Fiction. Death Stranding 2. Stellar Blade. I mean, that is an old game, but the mods are new. And the mods are pretty great, huh? People love the Tainted Grail. I've not played it yet, but I'm going to. Probably. Oblivion Remaster. Dune Awakening. Night Rain. Adamfall was pretty good. AI Limit, also not played, but it's on the list. Assassin's Creed Shadows. I almost had you. It really has been a weird year so far, with some games being absolute bangers, and others not so much. I'm looking at you, Avowed. Second take. This isn't a hot take, but the indie scene is absolutely carrying the gaming industry. And we've seen some incredible pieces of art get made. One of the positives of Unreal Engine 5 is what it has done for the indie scene. It's allowed so many developers to make projects they really wanted to make. It's made the gaming industry a more accessible industry for those smaller developers who otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to make those games. That's awesome. These takes are gonna start getting random soon. Third take. Callisto Protocol is a good game. Shut up. I said shut up. It's not an action horror game, it's a good survival horror game. Callisto Protocol got so much shit for its melee combat when its melee combat is better than the melee combat in Silent Hill 2 remake. I like the Silent Hill 2 remake, but the melee combat isn't better than the melee combat in Callisto Protocol. I replayed it recently. I loved all of it, except for the DLC. But we're being positive, so I won't talk about that. The story, while generic, is still pretty good. Predictable sci-fi story, yes, but that's fine. But you know what else it did? It actually had characters that were taking responsibility for their actions, which is really rare these days. Does it have flaws? Yes, but it doesn't deserve the hate. People were just expecting Dead Space, but they didn't get that, which the marketing for the game didn't help. Fourth take. Cyberpunk is CD Projekt Red's best game. This one is hot, I know. I love Cyberpunk, and in my opinion, I know nearly everyone's gonna disagree with me here. The only thing The Witcher 3 beats it on is story. The overall story. Although I don't think I've ever been more immersed in a game than I have with Cyberpunk. That scene when you're connected with that girl and she's talking to you through your subconscious, man, it was so good. So many moments from that game that just live in my head. The update they gave to the gameplay was awesome. Night City is way more interesting to explore than forests and mountains. The open world is bigger in The Witcher, sure, but it's not about the size, it's how you use it. And Night City is better. And it also gave us Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which was awesome. So good. I'm sure there's already plenty of angry comments about this one. What are you typing down there, huh? What you typing? Maybe I'll talk about The Witcher 3 in a hot takes video, because I do like the game. I've finished it 3 times, but I do not think it's as good as people say it is. Fifth take. The indie horror genre is awesome right now, and we're seeing some really cool games. Some of them are walking simulators to get you to jump. Some are these weird stories that are based on real events, which is creepy. And then there's some survival horror games like Hollow Body, which I seriously recommend. It's so good, especially if you like Silent Hill. Sixth take. I'm running out of takes, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't think remakes or remasters are a bad thing for the industry. I saw a lot of people complain that Silent Hill 2 didn't need a remake. I liked the remake, and it was so good to see it with modern graphics and much better gameplay. As long as remakes are being made alongside new games, new creative ideas, I don't see a problem. When the industry starts relying on them and we see remasters of things that didn't need remastering, The Last of Us, then yeah, it's a problem. A lot of people drew the line with Silent Hill 2 for some random reason. Maybe it's because the fans of the Silent Hill series realized there was no longer an excuse to not play a Silent Hill game. Oh, I said it. Seventh take. Resident Evil 5 is awesome. I won't have it any other way. I love it. It's cheesy, yes. Are button mashing sequences annoying? Yes. Does Chris punch a boulder? Yes. Is it still awesome? Yes. I feel like it plays a lot like 4, and I personally enjoyed the co-op. I really hope they bring the co-op back for the 5 remake. Sheva was also pretty cool and hot. Will they bring back the same skins? Man, I sure hope so. Not as good as 4, nowhere near as bad as 6, and I still love it. 8th take. Live service does absolutely have a place in this industry. I recently got into the first Descendants for the gameplay, and I'm liking it a lot. It doesn't spam the shop at me. It lets me play the game. There is a lot of skins there if I do want to support the studio, and they sure do make an interesting argument to buy those skins, don't they? But the playable content is free. Gameplay is good and it's fun, it's repetitive, but it's still fun. That's how a looter shooter works. The problem with live service for me is the Destiny 2 model. I know, you just talked about that. All the playable content you have to pay for. The best looking armor you have to pay for. The first Descendant doesn't have armor, it has a different system for those stats, so the armor is just your skins. Destiny charges you for everything it possibly can. That's the bad of the live service genre, when companies use it as a way to lock content behind a paywall instead of just using it to fund the game. And live service should never be in single player games. All armor in single player games should be obtainable through just playing the game. That's it for now. That's all I can think of. Random, I know, but I needed to come up with a video quickly because I don't have a lot of time to film this and edit this, so this is what you get. I have like 4 hours to get all this done, so I hope it was good. Usually they take longer than that, and right now, right this second, I'm not here. I'm in, well, I'm somewhere. I'll tell you after. No videos now for 10 days. I know, don't cry, I will be back. Thanks again for all of your support. I'll see you in the next one.